Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Jayco Melbourne 24 RP motorhome. You guys have picked a beautiful motorhome here. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things taken into consideration. On your campsite, you've got your big awning that'll come out. You have plenty of room for that. On your off campsite, you'll have your slide coming out. Don't have that deployed yet because I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be all the way at the rear on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, or excuse me, the driver's side of your vehicle. And then your water is going to be just ahead of that in your docking station. So right behind your rear tire. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, get yourself parked nice, we're going to go ahead and stabilize the unit. Have an auto stabilizing unit here, the big foot. Inside your entry doorway, just to your right here. Touch the power. You can dance around here for a minute. Showing level right now. You can just simply hit auto level. That's going to bring down all of your auto leveling system. Once that's level, this light will start flashing again. Got our unit level. We can go ahead and start hooking up our power and water. We've got this big long 30 amp cord. Plugs into the back of the unit here. Furion cords, the way they go in now is you go in at an angle, twist to the right, and then lock on your washer. At the end of that 30 amps, should you need to plug in at home, there's a 30 to 110 adapter that comes to your convenience pack. Got our power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. So in the first storage area back here, it says low point drain, is going to be our docking station. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting fluid up in here. So hook up your water pressure regulator up here to City Water Connect. City Water Connect and potable will go in here. Take your water pressure regulator, hook that up, hook up your hose. Don't turn our hose on yet. Now, if we're at a campsite, we're going to go city fixture, city fill tank to start. 1 and 6. Fill up your tank. Once your tank is full, then you will switch to, excuse me, 1 would have been to the left, I'm sorry. 1 and 6. Then you're going to switch to 2 and 6, which is going to allow you to go ahead and run off everything. Before you turn on your hose, let's find your hot water heater. So over here on your campsite, it's going to be your hot water heater. It's going to be behind this panel here. Open that up. Go to the other side now. Turn on your hose. Now if your hose has been on for a little while, go inside. You can get to all of your water taps with your slide closed. Open it up till you got a steady flow of water coming out. Once you do, you know your hot water heater's full. Shut them taps off and you can go ahead and turn this on. Don't turn on your hot water until you're full. So now let's say we're going to go camping and we're going to be dry docking, boondocking, or as they call it. In this case, we will start with country fill, 1 and 4. fill your tank. The way to tell when that's full is go inside where you check your black tank, your battery, your gray tanks, the levels. There'll also be a freshwater button. Hold that down, that'll tell you when that's full. Once that's full, you switch to normal, 3 and 5. Once you're on 3 and 5, turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water, that's already pressurized. So we got our water and our power hooked up. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit. Starting here in your docking station, here's where you turn on your water pump. Here's a light, city and potable water. There's a big spray port for an outdoor shower, hot and cold water. Down below that's your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when we dump your black tank. Here's your black tank handle and your gray tank handle. Here's where you hook your cable up. There's your fixtures. And here's an area that you can run all your hoses down through. Here's where you dump at. Your low point drains are right here. Going along the side here. You know, all of these are storage. That'll be access to the back of your fridge. Here's your generator. Coming over to your campsite. Your outdoor speakers. So this would be storage with a quick connect LP. Second one will be your LP. Both of those are storage. This is a flue for your furnace. If you're running your furnace, make sure it's not blocked and steer clear of that. Access panel to the back of your fridge. Outdoor speaker. Your hot water heater. Accessory hitch with your 7-way. And that about covers everything on the outside. Let's put these back down. We can go inside and deploy our slides. So coming up inside your unit, first thing I'd like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. To your left as you're coming in, down at the bottom will be your main power to the unit. That'll use the house batteries that are underneath here on your second step up here. Speakers, you can change from inside to outside here. Your power step on and off. The thing on these steps, we tend to be patient for it to come out when we're coming in, but the trick is to be patient for it to come out as you're leaving the unit, because you want to step down right away. Give it time to step out for safety. And our awning light. Above that, switch for our ceiling lights. 110. Bunch of accent lighting here. Let's go straight back to your fridge. Go above your fridge to this cabinet to our control panel. And let's extend our slide. There's a deep slide for a smaller unit. Opens it right up in here. Alright, we got our slide open. Let me come back up here to the front of the unit and continue our tour. You sync with a cutting board. Plumbing to keep an eye on. There's an easy access panel there. Storage here, so you can't just pull on this up underneath. Simply press on that and that'll open these up. Here's your television. Find your remote here and turn that on. So this is the Connex ETV. Bluetooth, AM, FM, auxiliaries, TV. I'll show you here. It's on FM radio right now. We'll go to source. So you can do a media input. There's several HDMI's in the back of this. Oh, let's go back up to TV. Have the TV come on. Might not pick up anything inside the building here. For channels, you have to run a digital channel scan once you get to where you're going. So an AV component, 3 different HDMI's. You can hook the Bluetooth up to it and back to FM radio. Several things on your remote there. All your storage. There's a lot of paperwork for you. A fresh water filter. Self-explanatory microwave. Looks like you'll hand light this with a stick lighter. Accent lighting. Above your fridge, this is where we'll start and stop your generator. Here's where you turn on your inverter. Your slide control. Here's you check the levels of your brand new battery. Your fresh water tank. That's when I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Your black and gray tanks. Down here's where you turn on your tank heaters if you're in inclement weather. Your water heater. And your water pump if you're using potable water. Norcold fridge. Hold the button in right here. Several options here. Auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as I would unplug, it would switch over to gas. You can switch it to 12 volt. You can switch it to gas. And then over here, 1 through 5 for your temperatures. Auto is where you generally want to leave that setting. Down below your storage, your cabinets here. So I'll quickly tell you how to set this table up. So as you see, you got 3 slots. You also have 3 slots on this. Line them up. Once they're lined up, simply twist it tight to the right, and then tighten your washer down. And then your tabletop will sit right on top of that. A couple cup holders that go in there as well. More storage here. Below that is your access panel to your breaker box enthusiast. Looks like a ton of 15s in there. Highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. One thing on your bathroom door here, got this bungee cord lock. Make sure that when you're traveling, bungee cord that back. Very important. More storage in here. More plumbing to keep an eye on. You do have a hand crank open power exhaust vent up here. The lighting is here. AquaGo, that'll save your water. It limits the amount of water coming in. And your fan, there's where you turn your fan on. Let's talk about your bed, your bunk couch. Of course, you have the storage underneath in the meantime. Simply remove these back cushions. Come over here, turn on your Euro loft, and hit down. You see how quickly this thing drops right down? And there's your bed. That cushion back there will straighten out. So if you hit it back up to go back up. You see once you have a bed, you have some storage up there as well. Very smooth operation. Below that, our thermostat. Let's turn the AC on. It's kind of warm. AC's on. Shut the AC off. Heard how quick that shut off. Let me turn the heat on, although I don't want to. Alright, heat's on. Shutting the heat off. You'll hear that it takes a few more minutes for the heat fan to shut off compared to the AC fan. It does that on all units. And here's your heat release. 12 volt carbon dioxide propane detector. Means this is always running off your battery. So keep an eye on your battery, on how well it's charged. You may have to run your unit now and then if you're out dry docking to keep this from running your battery down. We'll turn our cushions back to our sofa. We got 110 next to that as well. on both sides. There's your bedding. This will fold down and forward, set down in between, and then you can take your back cushions and sit on top of this. Kind of hard to do one-handed here. Put your back cushions on top of this, and that'll give you another bed. Same thing on these, you got to touch the back to get them to open up. Your lighting for in here is down here. Bunk area. So you have your lighting. You also have a shade. Nice shade there to run down. Turn this into a bunk. Make sure that the slots are forward. Set it right down in there. Bring your ladder up. Set up in here. Now these are to set on your seat so that when you swivel these around and face this way, you're setting up high enough that your feet are on here. All your cab, basic Mercedes info. Just so you know, there's also a bag of touch-up paint. So keep that. Exact match touch-up paints that Jayco sends with their units for little nicks and scratches. Your smoke alarm. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're getting ready to leave the campsite. First thing I like to do is shut off as many lights, ceiling lights, those lights. Make sure all lights are off throughout the unit, no accent lights. You get your table back up here. So I've shut off all the lights except for the ceiling light that I can close off at the door. Let's hit retract. Gonna run your slide in real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Lastly, before exiting the unit, I wanted to show you just above your power here. Here's your awning. I'm going to show you that working. Got a unit here that might be too close, so I'm just going to run it out a little bit for you to show you. Go ahead and run that back in. Alright, got our awning on. Shut our awning light off. Shut our ceiling light off, and then shut off our main power. Exit the unit, your power step will still be on. Close that up. Actually, at this point we can go ahead, unplug your cable, your power, and your water. Come inside here, hit your power on the auto leveling system again, and this time we're just going to hit retract. Retract is going to bring everything up, and then we'll be ready to get out of here. Oh, excuse me, let's go this way. Back to your hot water heater. Make sure we shut that off here. Before pulling that pressure release valve, I'm going to come over here and open up your low point drains. Once everything's all drained out of there, then you can come over, lift up on your pressure release valve. That's going to dump the remainder of your hot water out of there. Once that's done, go ahead and close that, and then close your hot water heater back up. And head on up to the dump station. Now remember, at the dump station, your dump is going to be right behind your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Get there, hook up a 10-foot hose that comes with your convenience pack. Right there. Reach up here and pull your black handle. Now if it sounds like that's no longer draining, leave that black handle open with the hose at the dump station and again your water pressure regulator. Come down here, Q-tank flush. Hook that up with the hose at the dump station, again with your black handle open, and run that for a good 5 minutes. That's going to go ahead and wash that nastiness out of your black tank. Unhook your hose, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. Now your gray handle is going to be cleaner water, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. And conveniently and sanitarily store it in there and head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase on this Melbourne. Hope you enjoy it for many years to come. Happy camping.